So the wait is over. We can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Platini. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Messi gets his final warning. Vieira. Platini. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Tomiyasu. Vietnam are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. Lovely bit of skill. Platini. Great pressure, plenty of it. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Shevchenko. Araujo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Nedved.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Gavi. Oh, he's played it in low. Oh, he's been caught. He's had a hit! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Nedved goes short. Great hit! And that should get the job done. And that is out of play. Bellingham, always looking for that half a chance. Tomiyasu. Oh, red, nice interception. Bellingham. Platini. Rummenigge. Maldini has given away a free kick. Platini. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And that was very necessary. Now it's Eto'o. Nedved looking for the runner. Big chance! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
And here's Platini. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Hits one! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Rummenigge clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That is a brilliant interception. He's looking to set free a runner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's fabulous. Referee has just said play on. Gavi. And here's Eto'o. Pinches it off him.
Eto'o really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Platini. And he's quick to get it clear again. And reclaimed it in a trice. Rummenigge. Shevchenko. Buffon clears. Now it's Eto'o. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Platini. Rummenigge. And he's been shifted off it. And it's Messi. Gavi. He's picked his way through. Rudiger with a fine tackle. Seedorf. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Nedved. That's been cut out, well played. Platini. And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko touches it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Vieira. Seedorf puts his foot on the gas. And it's Lahm. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal. And that is the state of it at the break, 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Vietnam can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. This is the time you need that pace.
Eto'o. Manchester United, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. And the counter is on. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. Platini. Bellingham. This is promising. And that's a goal kick. Bellingham. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game.
Decent hit! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And it's another really good show of character. I love the spirit and togetherness they muster. Never know when they're beaten.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner. Unstoppable.
Rummenigge! It's run... Oh, what has happened here? In he goes again! Vietnam have their second corner now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Eto'o was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, perfectly measured that. And it's Lahm. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Eto'o! It's Eto'o! Platini. And here's Messi. Tomiyasu calmly anticipates. Vieira driving forward. Vieira. Just about up to 75 minutes. And here's Shevchenko. Always onto this.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That looks a good ball through. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done.
Manchester United showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Mbappe! Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Oh, it was a long time coming, but I think it's fully merited. They've applied themselves extremely well.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vietnam have it back and can go again. Nedved. And here's Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Here's the cross. Terrific header. He's got a goal. They have stolen level at the last. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Sorloth demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
I think we've got just about enough time for this free kick. So who's he going to be aiming for here?
This is what good chemistry is all about.
Oh, smashing header! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nedved. And it's Maldini. And he's picked out the run. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. And that is as far as it goes. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either. Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no... He's had a hit! Rummenigge! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Lovely feet. Oh, what a ball! Showing good feet. Gilberto Silva, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Beckham. Beckham hurtling down that right flank. Tomiyasu attempts a clearance.
Beckham, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Shevchenko receives it in a good position here. Quality ball. No, that's been intercepted. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Now it's Gnabry. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Rummenigge. And it's Gnabry. Played over towards the opposite flank. Byrne cuts it out. Rummenigge. Now it's Shevchenko. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, smashing header! And he's there to get it away. Heads it! No, he's had it taken off him. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Messi, oh, that's fabulous. And Messi! It's there! There is the breakthrough!
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Gnabry. Oh, what has happened here? Well, it's gone out again, and so we'll have a repeat corner. This their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Plays a sharp little ball here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Great chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Collier. And he's cut it out. So what can they make of this? And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Vietnam can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Now it's Gnabry. Messi. Platini. Rummenigge. Goes down, but nothing given. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Roberto Carlos. And he's straight offside. Tomiyasu. Courtois gets it away. Roberto Carlos. And here's Gnabry. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Alexander-Arnold. Gilberto Silva.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Vietnam leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. Vietnam carrying a one-goal lead. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Park Ji-sung. He's in space and looking for options. He's done well to get that clear. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Roberto Carlos. It's a mighty effort! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Beckham. Great defending, strong and determined. Corner number 3 coming up. And he gets rid in a hurry. Vietnam have the chance to go the other way. Gilberto Silva did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Bellingham gets across to intercept that. And it's Messi. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Great ball if he can get there. He shapes to shoot! He has done it! 2 to the good! They have breathing space! That is just remarkable, the amount of bend he got on that.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Son Heung-min. Oh, shooting chance! That's their first effort on goal.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. And now the hit! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. And no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Shevchenko. Rummenigge. David Villa.
Pretty robust defending.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And it's Xabi Alonso. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
It's Casillas for me, because if he gets a little busy in this game, he has the talent and vast experience to cope with pretty much anything. He can be an extremely reassuring presence here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Messi. David Villa. Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So, who's he going to be aiming for here? Well, that has not gone well. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And it's Messi. And here's Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Araujo deals with that comfortably. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Platini. No, that's been intercepted. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vietnam still without a single shot on target. Aim forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. David Villa. Shevchenko. Bellingham. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's had a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. And the shot! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Vieira. Platini. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rummenigge. Now it's Son Heung-min. Great ball if he can get there. Rummenigge! Has another go! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Shevchenko. Thuan. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's got away.
Messi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Rummenigge. Bellingham! Goal!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone...
And a header! It's there! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Terrific header. He met that... And that'll be the last act of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So there was the first half.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
So both teams heading off for the break. An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1. And we are back underway. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Platini. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. David Villa.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Messi, very much a man of this moment. David Villa, that is good alertness. And it's Messi. Xavi Alonso. That's a good run down the left. Alonso, that's a nicely measured pass. Vieira. Bellingham. Platini. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Casillas sends that a long way. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Shevchenko. Messi. And that is expertly dealt with.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a promising run he's making on the right. And here's Messi. Shevchenko could try cutting inside here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And that's really well manoeuvred. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Real chance! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Now it's Solot. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
David Villa. Rudiger wins the duel this time. Nedved puts his foot on the gas. Bale. Jordi Alba. And he skips past his man. Jordi Alba delivers. Up he goes! It's in! And they've got their lead back.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Rummenigge, Jordi Alba. Well, that is one way to stop him. Vietnam have a free kick. So he's plotting something before playing it in. Interesting ball. Just eases him off the ball.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. And here's Jordi Alba. Great hit! They've scored! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And yes, it's him again. It's a mighty effort. And it's there. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game?
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Vietnam grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Fiddles it through. David Villa! Jordi Alba.
That's positional gold. The utilisation of space.
Big header! This time surely! And yes, it's there! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away with a predatory goal.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
It's become a case of men against boys.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And he's picked out the run.
Jordi Alba really added the width there thanks to his willingness to make the run.
Oh, he's found some space here. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. That's the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Solot gleefully So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Vietnam looking to pass their way through, and he's found a way past.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Messi goes steaming forward. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. He won't be happy with that one. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
It's Casillas for me, because if he gets a little busy in this game, he has the talent and vast experience to cope with pretty much anything. He can be an extremely reassuring presence here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Messi. Cafu.
Oh, really well played.
He's had a go! Oh, good delivery, almost the perfect outcome.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished.
Messi. And they're on him in a flash. Shevchenko! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Vietnam with the corner, they're first. Cleared without hesitation. And it's Vieira. Leicester have the chance to go the other way. That's a fabulous ball. That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? No, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. And a real chance to break the deadlock. This certainly looks appetising. Well, and he's going direct. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Vietnam have their second corner now. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Leicester are looking to go forward now. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Shevchenko. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Denilson. 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 Great defending, strong and determined. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Denilson. Lizarazu. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. Tomiyasu.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Platini going face-to-face with his great rival. He's had it taken off him. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Rice. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Back into the middle, played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Denilson. Messi. And he's picked out the run. Now it's Shevchenko. He's through, now is he in? And the shot! And he's done it! Swift, incisive, deadly, all done in a matter of seconds.
That's just brilliant counter-attacking football, and as soon as possession was theirs, it triggered a move of devastating speed that was just too hot to handle.
Vietnam have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Drogba. Araujo getting this one clear. And that is masterful defending. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. He's got away. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Shevchenko. Has a go! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Rummenigge gets flagged offside. Vietnam leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Cafu. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it's a half which has simmered along nicely, warming up to what may be a more open second half to follow. Some first-half thoughts?
Vietnam clearly are benefiting from their homework. They've dealt with anything that's been thrown at them and have been smart on the break.
Vietnam go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Now it's Shevchenko. Platini. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rijkaard.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, this looks sharp. Bellingham. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Messi. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And they win it back again. Bellingham. And it's Shevchenko. Vietnam are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Tomiyasu. Rummenigge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Wan-Bissaka. Oh, that's a key interception. And that interception was most necessary. Rummenigge! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
So, third corner of the game. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Thuram. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
And it's Shevchenko. Rice could move up a gear here. Nicely spread. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Pull it. Pull it. Real chance! It's there! And this is getting better and better. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now he's off and running. Nedved. Jordi Alba. Now here's the delivery. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Leicester do have a chance to counter here. Nedved. And it's Hullet.
Oh, that was expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach. Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Quality ball. The pass has gone astray. Vietnam finding their passes. Bale. Promising cross. He rises! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Sorloth should really have closed the game out then, and this could come back to haunt him.
Up towards the front line. Araujo cuts it out. Jordi Alba. And it's Bale. And here's Drogba. Oh, good spread. Cafu. And the shot!
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now a sudden chance to counter. Vietnam can consider themselves just about safe now. 5 minutes left on the clock. Jordi Alba. Oh, and he's through the middle. Shevchenko. He's picked his way through. Big header! And more and more and more. And the lead is extended still further. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A case now of complete control. Kubo. Well-timed, excellent interception. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Nedved. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. So he's plotting something before playing it in. It is a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
He gets big! That's going to go a long way. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other... Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. And already we're underway here. Oh, that's fabulous. Yamal! So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. in many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Platini. Rummenigge. Shot. Tries a shot! Goal! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And smartly reclaimed. Gets his pass away. Hits one! Goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And the shot's on here. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that. Played up towards the front line.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And here's Shevchenko. Platini. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Valverde. Vietnam have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And here's Thuram. Alvarez. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Tomiyasu attempts a clearance. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Valverde. Now it's Messi. Alvarez. Rummenigge. Can he spark a counter here? Romero makes the interception. Messi. Valverde. No way through. Platini. Platini, who's set up 1 goal so far. Valverde. Oh, this looks sharp. Yamal.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
It's Kimmich. Thuram. Valverde. Platini. Rummenigge. And he's in on goal. Decent hit! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And the shot! And it's there! And they are cruising away. A case now of complete control. Kimmich. Rummenigge. Shevchenko. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, nice touch. No, he's had it taken off him. Bastoni did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Romero. Now James. And here's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shevchenko. Platini. Valverde. And that has put paid to that. Now it's Shevchenko. Nice ball, and he's in here. Oh, super ball. Can he put it away? And yes, it's there! And they're at it again in double quick time. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked...
And Shevchenko! It's there! And again, they simply do not know what is... And the first half is done. It has been a half throughout which they have carved through the opposition almost at will, ripping things up big time here.
Yeah, I think a first-half performance that showed attack being the best form of defence. If they're in the face of the opposition that much, then there's little they can do in return. And I'm not sure how long they can keep the intensity and the tempo up, but it certainly paid off so far.
Vietnam pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. He's onside. They're urging Yamal! And that's past the post.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Valverde. Thuram. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Shevchenko. Oh, great ball! Kimmich. Yamal in acres of space out wide. He has found the way through. There's the shot! Gets a good foot in there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shevchenko has a go! It's anyone's ball now.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Could move up a gear here. Yamal. It's Kimmich. Romero. Alvarez. Wan-Bissaka producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be...
He's tried one! He's had a hit! And that's wide.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Bastoni, Madrid finding their passes. It's Kimmich. Alvarez. Valverde. And they win it back again. Messi under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, that looks a good ball through. He's found a way through. There could be trouble here. No mistake! Madrid grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. And it's Messi. Bale. Terrific header! In he goes again! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vietnam are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And here's Thuram. Messi looking for the run. Oh, shooting chance! Nedved. Jordi Alba. Bale is in a really good position out wide. Jordi Alba. Hernandez getting this one clear.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the finish! Hullet. He's got the shot away! And he hits the net. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option. Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
And here's Bale, Jordi Alba. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Hullet plays it short. Climbs up big! He's scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Solot. And it's Messi. Now it's Bale. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, what a climb! And he's there to clear it. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they... Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And it's Vieira. Mbappe, Tomiyasu spots it and intercepts. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Seedorf. And it's Hullet.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Hullet is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism helps him get through a fierce amount of...
There's the hit! Ronaldinho. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
He's found a way through. Baresi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ronaldinho. He's got big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with the corner, there first. Maldini herring after the ball here. Up he goes! Cleared without complication. Baresi. Still goalless. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Milan are looking to go forward now. He's got away. The referee's awarded a free kick. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Mbappe. It's gone out for a throw-in. Platini. Platini will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tomiyasu. That's a throw. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And that's an errant pass. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Ronaldinho! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Ronaldinho just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Milan finding their passes. Vieira.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Platini. Rummenigge. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Stood up well to him there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. Ronaldinho. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Ronaldinho running with the ball. Ronaldinho. And Hullet! He's delivered all right!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So the first goal... And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And it's Seedorf. Great position here. Shapes to shoot! Now that is commitment to the cause. This their second corner of the game. Header! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then.
And here's Messi. Platini. Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ronaldinho, who does have an assist to his name. He's played him through. Now it's Hullet. He's got the shot away! It's in! And with that goal comes comfort.
The invitation was received with such a clever run, and he had that defence in utter confusion.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Hullet proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Might be danger here. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Nedved. Now it's Mbappe. Bale. That is good strength. Defending in numbers, sharp and oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
And it's slung out wide. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Hullet. Can he get onto this?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out of play for a throw. Now it's Nedved. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Hullet. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Surlot. Tries a shot! In he goes again!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Davids. 75 minutes played. Messi. Now it's Hullet.
Such good technique.
And he's managed to get free. He's looking to set free a runner. Hullet. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Oh, what a climb! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, it's so very disappointing, but they can't dwell on it. They've got to go again. Simple as.
And that's another good win of the ball. Jordi Alba. And it's Nedved.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's shifting through the... He rises! It's a goal! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Hullet taking his leave here, having got himself on the score sheet.
Look, you can only give your all, and he's delivered in that regard, and I think the manager has probably just spotted now a little tiredness creeping in, and, if that's the case, then, he's doing the right thing.
Vietnam get themselves back into contention.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
Nedved. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Thuram kept his eye on it, and he's there. Jordi Alba gets across to intercept that. Davids. Kaká. And here's Mbappe. Pull it. Mbappe. Rudiger. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Oh, what a ball he's in here!
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Vietnam may have thrown this away at the death. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not...
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and